Welcome to r/entitled parents, where an entitled pet mother demands you to leave your own barn because she's a paying customer. So sit back, relax, and let's get annoyed. Entitled mom tells me to get out of my barn. I've tried posting this before and it said I didn't have enough karma, so here goes. Maybe it'll work this time. This isn't really much of an entitled parent and more of an entitled pet parent, which I've found to be almost worse than regular entitled parents. So I have a barn, and there's plenty of space, so some people board their horses at my barn. Anyway, I was out there one day with my horse, and I wanted to ride in the indoor arena because it was super hot outside, and the dusty outdoor arena didn't sound very pleasant at the time. Besides, there were already some people riding outside. I went in the barn to tack up my horse, and all was going well until I got my saddle out and was cinching it up. One of the boarders approached me. Let's meet the cast. Me, entitled pet mom, nice boarder. Entitled pet mom, can you please take your horse outside? My horse is relaxing right now and he doesn't like other horses. Me, what do you mean? I look up and see her horse is loose in the arena, rolling around in the dirt and whatnot. Honestly, just being a horse. Well, I rode him earlier and he needs to relax. Ma'am, in the rule book it says horses can't be loose in the barn when there's other riders in the area. There's a round pen for that. We usually use the round pen for warming horses up or training fowls, but it's way too small to ride in, which is why we let people let their horses loose in there. Entitled pet mom, but it's so hot outside and my poor baby can't handle that. Besides, everyone else is riding outside. Well, I don't allow horses to be loose in the indoor arena, so I would like you to either put your horse away or move it to the round pen. I don't make exceptions. Absolutely not. It's 90 degrees outside and my baby can't handle that. Miss, it's just as hot in here as it is out there in the shade. Please move your horse. I would like to ride my horse in my barn that I own. Why can't you ride outside? Me, in the same whiny tone as her. It's 90 degrees out. My poor baby can't handle that. In a normal tone. It's my barn, and I would like to ride here following the rules, so please, if you don't move your horse, I'm going to have to do it for you. I honestly don't know what set her off, but she got all flustered and started ripping the tack off my horse. I pay to ride here. I can do what I want with my baby. I'm getting frustrated at this point. Ma'am, please don't do that. This tack is expensive. Not unless you let my horse relax in here where it's cool. I love horses as much as anybody, but it's just a horse. And they don't care if they're inside or outside. Now please, move your horse. No, it's too hot out there. It's abuse. It's abuse. It's too hot. You have to take your horse outside now. I pay to be here and I can do what I want. At this point, I'm really pissed off, so I retack my horse and tie her up out front. Grab a halter and go in to take her horse out of the barn. She was super mad and tried to hit me, but there were other people in there who were just finished riding. Entitled pet mom, help, this lady is taking my horse. Nice boarder, she owns the place. She's not taking your horse. I could hear your banter from outside. They held her back while I moved her horse back to its stall. I handed her a new rules pamphlet and told her I expected her to have found a new barn by the end of the month. I honestly don't care I lost a client. She was a bitch, and I don't want that environment at my barn. Ooh, yes. Good for you, OP. That lady sounded like a real pain in the booty. Hopefully all works out and she's gone in a month and you never have to see her again. Yikes. I demand you cut your son's hair because it's making my daughter uncomfortable and gender confused. So, this weird thing happened just 2 days ago and I'm still confused. I posted on this sub before with my own childhood stories a while ago, but I think this time I met my first real entitled mom. Oh my. I was visiting a friend, an ex-co-tenant, over the weekend. I know her from university and she now has 2 sons aged 4 and 6. The 6-year-old has very wavy hair like his father. They're kinda a hippie family, but not anti-vax or anything. So we were having cake and tea Saturday afternoon at her place when we heard a quite loud banging on the door. Without hesitation, my friend just yelled, "Yeah, come on in, the door's open." And she must have expected either one of her own kids who were playing outside or some neighborhood children. This is pretty normal here in Switzerland that you don't lock your door, especially in country villages. Instead, it was the mother of a girl her older son goes to elementary school with, the entitled mom of this story. It started pretty normal as the entitled mom bought a stack of printed out lice warning leaflets and hands them to my friend and explains that there was a lice outbreak at the kindergarten and elementary school and some of the kindergarten children, including her daughter, were affected. My friend was thankful for the warning and tried to calm the entitled mom down by offering her some cake and tea, so the entitled mom joined us. I don't have kids, but I know that lice infestations happen, especially among small children, and that it's usually not a big deal. The affected kid just doesn't go to school/kindergarten until it's over, like 2 to 3 days, and there's a range of products to treat it. Also, summer holidays already started, so the risk of spreading was quite small. No biggie, we thought. Then entitled mom goes on about how her daughter was affected so badly that she had to cut her long hair and that her daughter is now super sad and cries all day because of this. My friend tried to be nice and comforting, telling her that it will grow back and that she is sure that her daughter looks beautiful with short hair, etc. I decided not to get involved as this seemed to be a matter between two mothers, and I felt a bit inappropriate, so I kept silent while the conversation derailed. Entitled mom: "Yeah, but isn't it weird that your son now has longer and more beautiful hair than my girl?" My friend laughs. "Oh, well, he started to grow it out a while ago because he likes the long hair of his father." "But he looks like a girl, and my daughter looks like a boy. Don't you think this could affect her?" "Affect her how? Having short hair as a girl isn't uncommon and looks great. And it's okay for boys to have long hair." She pointed to entitled mom's head. Entitled mom has short hair too. "Yeah, but I'm 40 and not a girl anymore. Girls have to have long, beautiful hair, and boys have to look like boys. If they don't, they get all confused." My friend and I laugh and say, "What?" Entitled mom continues, "So, could you please give your son an appropriate haircut so my daughter doesn't feel so bad about having shorter hair than your boy?" "No, I'm not going to do that. He really wants to grow it out, but who knows with children, right? This can change any time, but I will not make him." "Well, he sure will catch lice then. I mean, I'm still surprised your dirty kids don't already have them. Then you will have to cut his hair." I now feel the need to defend my friend. "Hey, now try to be nice. She told you she's not going to cut his hair, so that's it." I waved at the door. Friend: "Yeah, how about we all calm down now? Entitled mom, please, leave now. I think we don't have anything else to discuss. Thanks for the lice warning and tell your daughter she's beautiful." Thankfully, entitled mom left without making a ruckus. My friend now is a little bit paranoid that entitled mom will try to infect her boys with lice on purpose. Well, that's pretty messed up. Hopefully OP's friend's kids don't catch lice. Entitled mom ridicules me for giving up my seat for a pregnant woman. I travel about 2 hours a day for work, so I've encountered plenty of entitled parents and children. Let's meet the cast. Entitled mom, nice kid, and me. This happened on my way to work this morning. For anyone that doesn't know, the morning rush here is called super dense crush load by analysts because there's about 16 people per cubic meter packed in the train. I got on a train that originated at my station and therefore got a window seat in the women's compartment. A woman and her child, I'm assuming she was around 5, got on just before the train left 10 minutes later, which had already gotten crowded. She and her child made their way up to the aisle where I was seated. She tells her kid to go up and stand next to my window. The kid seemed really sweet, so I offered her to sit on my lap for the journey. Who would want to sit in the crowd for an hour? She declined and said she preferred standing so she could look out the window. No biggie. I made more space for her to lean against my seat and put my earphones back in. I could see the entitled mom muttering to herself, but didn't bother listening in to what she was saying. I assumed she was just upset with the morning crowd. She kept talking though, and looking in my direction. So I paused my music and left the earphones in so I could eavesdrop. She was actually complaining loudly about me. So I took out my earphones and smiled at her and asked if something was wrong. Big mistake. Entitled mom, you should stand up and let me sit. I have a child with me. Me, I'm sorry, I have to get up at the last stop, and I'm not giving up my seat. I did offer to let nice kids sit on my lap though. But I'm tired too. I'm getting pushed around by the crowd. All the trains are crowded in the morning. We can't help it. At this point, the woman next to me offered her seat to entitled mom just to keep her quiet. Entitled mom, no, I don't want your seat. I want hers, pointing at me. Well, you're not having it. Sorry. I put my earphones back in and stared out the window for the next few stops. At this point, another woman managed to push her way into the aisle. She was pregnant. I assume so by the roundness of her belly and the way she was protectively holding a hand against it. Might have been around 4 to 5 months along. I got up to let her sit because she was getting off earlier than me, and well, because she was pregnant. Nice kid shuffled a bit to let us move, and then went back to her leaning position. Entitled mom, why did you do that? Do what? You pushed my child to let that woman sit. That was my seat. I'm sorry if nice kid had to move a bit, but the woman is pregnant and getting off earlier than us. Let her sit for a while. Entitled mom then goes on an entire tirade. You can't treat me like this. My husband is a politician and I'll have you arrested for assaulting my child. You're discriminating against me. Just because that woman got knocked up doesn't mean that I don't need to sit. Yada yada. She was now yelling at everyone who made eye contact with her or was nearby. She made a lot of personal comments on my attire and other factors. Several slurs with regards to my skin tone as well. I ignored it all because I don't need this first thing in the morning before work. She must have caused quite a commotion because a lady cop got on at a later station after some of the rush died down and asked her to get off the train with her. Somebody must have been annoyed enough to call the helpline. Her and nice kid were taken off the train, along with pregnant lady whose stop it was anyway. I got my window seat back and had a nice view of her being taken to the station master's cabin. It was pretty satisfying in my opinion. Edit, a lot of people seem to be discussing, so 1, this happened in Mumbai, India. 2, I'm a girl. 3, as far as I know, nobody thinks it's creepy to let a kid sit on your lap on these crowded trains, but not everyone will offer or ask. 4, I grew up sitting on women's laps in crowded trains too, so I really didn't think anything wrong about it. I'm sorry if anyone got the wrong idea here. 5, we have women plus children only coaches for safety. 3 coaches per 12 coach train. 1 coach that changes back to general admittance between 11 p.m. and 5:30 a.m. That's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button and drop a comment below to please the oh so lovely YouTube algorithm. And if you're new here, subscribe for dailies. See you tomorrow.